what I've really come to appreciate about following you on X and things like that is that I think a lot of people think of grounding as something just hippies say, you know, like it's woo woo. What do you just go, what, put your bare feet in the grass and everything's going to figure itself out? And, you know, well, maybe, yes. But, you know, there's a good amount of science. So you recently posted about the grounded babies. I think it was in a NICU. Talk to me about that a little bit, because that was fascinating just to read. And they look at this stuff. They know it has consequences.
Yeah. So that's one of the biggest reasons. This gets into one of the biggest reasons people feel so calm when they're grounded, and that has to do with vagal tone. And so you have your autonomic nervous system, which is your involuntary nervous system. It's composed of your parasympathetic, your sympathetic nervous system. And most people tend to be in this oversympathetic state. So they're always kind of stressed in this fight or flight state, as opposed to more the rest and digest. I mean, you don't want to be too far in either direction, but just kind of right in the middle. And so they basically took these preterm babies in the NICU that are in these incubators, and so they're exposed to a lot of non-native electromagnetic radiation, and they measured the HRV, which that's sort of how you assess this whole vagal tone thing. So what vagal tone is it's the status of your vagal nerve, which is the longest cranial nerve. And one way to assess the status of your vagal tone, your vagal nerve, is through HRV. It's through heart rate variability, which is the variation in the time interval between each heartbeat. And so higher HRV essentially means you're more capable of dealing with stress. It's very indicative of this balance between sympathetic and parasympathetic. And what they found with these preterm infants that are essentially in this stress state, because they're in this very electropolluted state, and they're very prone to a condition called necrotizing enterocolitis, which is sort of this very degenerative gut condition that can kill them. And so they found that vagal tone through HRV was improved in these babies. And they also found a very interesting relationship, an inverse relationship between skin voltage and vagal tone. So the higher the voltage is built up on the skin, the lower the vagal tone. And so it was a very, very cool study. They've also looked at other studies just